Hey everybody, give me just 1 second and then we'll get started. So today I wanted to work on, so most of you know that I am a Couture independent designer, and I recently went to leadership and we have released fabric paste, well, fabric ink. So I wanted to just get on here really quick and show you how to do a project with that. You have to excuse me because I don't have a tripod, and the one that I do have doesn't work for my phone. So I'm going to hold you up and I'm going to do my best to make sure that you can see everything. What's really cool about the fabric paste is that it can be used on anything that is able to be heat set. So the fabric paste works on t-shirts and bibs and onesies and towels. And what's great about it too is that it can be used on mugs and glasses because they can be heat set in the oven. So that's pretty cool. Sorry, I'm trying to get it to load so that I can read comments as people come on. And it's not doing a very good job. Trying to get it to load on my tablet. Anyway, so I just went upstairs and picked up a okay then. I just went upstairs and picked up a shirt of my son's because I figured that was the best thing to use. Oh, I'm having a hard time with this. So I picked up a shirt of my son's, and I'm just going to show you really quickly how it works and explain a little bit more about the company because it's so cool. And for all of you crafters, and even for people who weren't crafty before they got into Couture, I'm crafty now. So I wasn't overly crafty before, but I'm pretty crafty now, and I think outside the box, and it's a pretty wonderful compensation plan. The company's wonderful. We just released a whole bunch of new designs, and we have more launching on February 15th. So we have so much happening right now. Sorry, I'm trying to share as well. And there's nobody on yet, so I'm waiting for people to come on. So I am attempting to share this, so. Okay, so I went upstairs, I picked up a little 3T t-shirt. It was one of my son's that was just like stained. And I wanted to show you all of the really cool stuff that you can do with this fabric ink because it is pretty cool. And now we have opened up the whole world of Couture to like every surface ever. As long as it can be heat set, you are able to use the fabric ink on it. And you are able to use the fabric ink even when... even with our transfers. I'm sorry, I'm so distracted. I'm sorry. I didn't want to do this. That was part of the... I didn't want to share. So you can use it on anything. Now we have the whole world as our chalkboard for our transfers. And like I said, we just released, I don't know, 25, and then we're releasing 25 more on the 15th. So next week we'll be releasing even more. So I am super duper excited to share with you. And like I said, I don't have a tripod or anything, so you'll have to bear with me. Thank you. You'll have to bear with me as far as me holding the camera and stuff. And it's probably going to be a little awkward sometimes. But you'll just have to bear with me because I don't have a tripod. And like I said, the one that I do have, like, doesn't hold my phone. I think it's for my camera. And I tried to use it once and it didn't work. So, at leadership this year, we got 2 ink colors. So I put in an order on Tuesday when it launched and I have not gotten it yet. So we put in we got 2 inks. So one is red and one is black, and they say Couture ink on them so that they're not to be confused with the Chalkology paste. The ink is, unlike the paste, it is permanent. So once you get it on something, it's not coming off. So I just wanted to make sure I said that too. It's really cool because, like I said, you can use it on t-shirts and bibs and onesies and mugs and wine glasses and anything that you wanted to use it on. And you can use it with our regular transfers, which is even cooler. Now, I did get together, and I almost never do this. If you've watched the lives on my page before, I can't get this to work. Amanda, will you share this to my Facebook, please? Because it won't let me share it to my Facebook. Anyway, so my 8 colors are red and black tonight because that is what I have from Leadership. And I wanted to choose one of the newer transfers to work with. So I did. I picked, and it's really simple and little because I just wanted to show you guys how it works. I picked that love is a 4-legged word. And it's just a cat. I mean, nothing special. You could use it with any transfer that we have. And like I said, we just released a whole bunch of them. So there is a new one that says she believes she could, so she did. And I can't wait to get that on a t-shirt. So, let me get started with, okay, so the first thing, and I forgot to grab it. So give me just a second. The first thing that you should have is something to protect the outer end of your t-shirt. So if you put the ink on a t-shirt, you're going to have a problem with it bleeding through. So what I do, we have these little things, and they're called ink mats. And if you are watching, please share away, share the video. So you're going to have an ink mat. So it says Couture, Chalk Couture ink mat. And then over here, I'm going to pick you up for a minute. Over here I have, you can look at my little workstation. So I have it's a cookie sheet full of water. And I don't usually do that. And if you follow my page at all, you know that I just clean it off with like Clorox wipe or a baby wipe or a spray bottle. But with the fabric ink, you want to get to the water faster so that it doesn't stain your transfer. So I have this. This is very sticky. So you're going to pick, I showed you guys the t-shirt, the little white t-shirt. You're going to pick a spot that you want to put the transfer on, and this comes right off like this. And you're going to stick it right under the t-shirt, so right inside the fabric to protect it from the other side. And then I just make sure it's nice and flat. So see how there's like wrinkles right here? We're not going to have that. I'm going to fix it all up. I'm going to fix it up right now, but I need both hands. That's what I'm saying. I need something to be able to show you guys things. So the mats sold out on Tuesday, but they are coming back, and they will be back. I believe what I heard from the leadership call the other day was that they would be back before the new transfers were even coming back. So they are quite sticky, and they make sure that nothing leaks through your t-shirt or your bib. Or hey, Darkwetta, please share this. I want everybody to know how cool this is. So I'm not too worried tonight about centering things, or because my son will probably never wear this shirt. We've been snowed in for 2 days, so I meant to go get towels, and I never got a chance. So we're going to do this. The love is a 4-legged word. And with any transfer, you're going to want to fuzz it up always. So when you take it out of it's brand new. They smell pretty good too. You're going to take the back off. And ordinarily, I would write on it, back, so that you know to put it back on with this side up. If you do not, you may have a very sticky and weird transfer that may never work again. So, love is a 4-legged word. So I'm going to take it right off the thing here, and you stick it to something. Stick it. I usually do my pant leg because my pant leg seems to be more sticky than my apron. So you're going to stick it to your pant leg or wherever, and you're going to fuzz up your transfer a little bit. Without it, you kind of get it stuck, and you don't want to stretch it and get it all stretched out because then it won't work the right way. So what you're going to want to do is fuzz it up. Sorry, I'm watching comments. You're going to want to fuzz it all up, and so I just pull it off a few times. So see, like once and then twice. That way it picks up some so that it's not as sticky. So then you're going to place it down on your t-shirt like so. Hopefully you guys can see it. Yep. Like this. And you just kind of place it down like that. and then you have it all ready to go. So with Chalkology paste, you guys know it's really thick. If you follow my page at all, I've done it, or if you've ever played with Chalk Couture stuff, I've done it, and you've seen how thick it can be. That is not the case with the ink. The ink is actually much more, it moves a lot more, so it's a little bit runnier, and you want to be a little bit more careful with it because anything you drop on the sides is there forever. It's not quite like the chalk where you can just erase it. You know, with the chalks, you can just erase it. I'm trying to make sure you guys can see right, so you have to excuse me a little bit. But I always make sure it's super tight on the fabric, especially. So you see right there, that's the... Okay, so that's the t-shirt. And all you do is you take the Couture ink, I've got a little bit of lag on my video. I hope none of you guys do. Let me go back into it. So you take the Couture ink, and just like chalk paste, you're going to use your squeegee. So I went and got like a little squeegee because I am not a big squeegee user. And you're going to just help yourself to it. So, Couture ink. This is the black, so I'm actually going to make, I'm trying to think because I only have 2 colors to work with. So I'm going to make the cat probably black. And one of the things that I did at Leadership was right around here, I put tape. I put like painter's tape so that you couldn't, so that I wasn't going to ruin it. But I'm not doing that tonight. Okay, so you're going to be rather not friendly with the ink. You're not going to want a lot of ink because it does run. And if you're familiar with our chalk paste at all, you'll know that it's thick. I said that already, but this is not thick. This is much thinner. And this, when I'm all done, needs to be heat set. So you would take some parchment paper and stick it over it and then heat it on there. And you can feel, like you wait until it dries, and you can feel the difference between the parchment paper. This went like on the plane and stuff, so it's a little bit of a mess. Let me wipe it down here. You put the parchment paper on, and then you'll just put the iron on top of the parchment paper, and you can feel the difference between when it's dry and when it's like set in to your shirt or bib. Or we made towels actually at Leadership, and they're in my laundry room because I want to wash them. Okay, so I just grabbed a tiny little bit, see, just a little bit. And I want to make sure you guys can see clearly, which by the way is not the easiest thing in the world. I'm going to turn the camera. That's what I'm going to do. Maybe I'm not going to turn the camera. There we go. Okay, so there's my 4-legged friend, right? So then you just spread it on. But you try to do it thin and spread it across because it's a little different than paste. It's just not as thick. So you see I have my paste open, but I don't grab much. It's also, like I said, very permanent, so just spread it on like this, and it soaks right in, and that's why that mat is there. Because if we didn't have that mat, it would go through the first layer of the t-shirt and then into the second, and you don't want it on the front and in the back. So you just spread it around just like you do the paste. And like I said, if you've ever watched my lives, you've watched me use paste. Hi Ashley, I see you watching. Thank you. Please share. So I just spread it on really nice. You don't have to work as fast with ink as you did with the paste because it does not dry as fast because it's not as thick. So it gets really shady right in these areas, right? Do you see what I mean? Like it's so close to the end. That's why I used the paint or the painter's tape when I was in Utah, because you don't want to get it on the shirt because then it stays like forever. Okay, so there's my cat. I'm going to wipe off my squeegee. And actually, I think I'm just going to grab a different squeegee. Put my lid back on. And then I am going to just grab, I have another squeegee right here. Okay, so time for the red. I know it's weird that I have you all over the place. I'm sorry. One day maybe I'll get a tripod that like works. Oh, what a mess this ink is from being on the... I mean, it traveled, like, in my suitcase onto the plane from Utah, like, home. So, okay. Sorry about the black screen. So, I grabbed just a little bit of red, and then I just spread it across. Just like you do with the paste. And these can be used, again, with any of our transfers. We just released a whole bunch, and we are planning to release more on the 15th. See how I got it on the t-shirt right there? If this was something I was really working on, I'd be very upset. I knew that I wasn't going to be able to get it perfect because I also have to hold the phone to show you guys. So I was not overly concerned. But when I make stuff for other people or when I make stuff for the kids or myself, I want to make sure that I'm pretty precise about it. So, okay, and then I just close the paste back up or the ink back up. Remember, this is permanent too. So anything you get anywhere is going to stay. So you're going to want to wear an apron or a crappy t-shirt or whatever so that you make sure that you're doing okay with it. Okay, so I closed up my ink. I got to close it better when I have a minute. And then, just like you do with the... Sorry, I know I'm all over. It's like watching the Blair Witch Project. I need to get a tripod. So just like, this is a little bit harder to get off than it is off the chalkboards. But just like that, you're going to take it off. And I have this little love is a four-legged bird right on my t-shirt. And then I'm going to put my transfer right into the water with the sticky side up. So just like that. It's not perfect. I did it with a phone in my hand, you know. And it was on a ratty old t-shirt just because I wanted to show you guys how cool it was. I was super excited about showing you. So you got to wait a few minutes for it to dry. And so in those few minutes, I'm going to ramble a little bit about the company. I hope that you stick with me so that you can see it dry. So I joined Couture in July right after launch, and it has been a fabulous opportunity. The compensation plan is amazing. The designer dollars, which I don't always talk about, but there's inside the compensation plan, there's a thing called designer dollars. And the designer dollars get you free product, and it's not like you get to pick and it's whatever product. You know, you put an order in and you just type in a little thing and it's just there. So I don't often talk about it enough or you know, gush about it enough. But I joined in July and I have made a secondary income. Well, I have a full-time job and my boyfriend also works full-time and we have 2 kids. And I have made a supplemental income, I should say, because it's more than a secondary. It would be like a third-dairy income for my family. And it's been a great, fun thing. I have a wonderful upline. I have, I believe, 81, and that's with the roll-off. So we had 86 at one point, and then a whole bunch of people rolled off when the quarter came to an end. I think we now have 81 girls on the team. They're super helpful. Anything that we find that works, we share. We do team parties, live team parties, where we trade hosting. So you may not ever host, but you may recruits or sales off the parties. There is a $19.99 a month fee, but with that fee you get a point of sale, kind of like Square, but we have our own app, which is awesome because then you don't ever have to check the price of transfers, that they're just in there. It also gives you your own inventory, which is pretty awesome too because it knows what you've bought. Along with that $19.99 fee is the on top of the app is a transfer of the month every month. They give you the website. You make a 25% commission on anything that you sell on your website. And then if you do like the 40% commission, because you get 40% off as a designer. So if I wanted to say, I just got new paste and I was like, hey, would you like to buy this paste? This is $8.99 retail. I pay 40% less. So I just made a 40% commission by selling it to you for retail. So you can get an instant 40% commission as well if you do it that way. I do make and take parties, which are a blast. It's usually when you get a bunch of girlfriends together. They kind of remind me of the paint and wine parties, except somebody hosts. Usually the host gets something for free, so that's pretty awesome. And if you're local to me, please let me know if you're willing to do that or if you want to do that. Sometimes I do them for fundraisers for my classroom because, as you may or may not know, I'm a special ed teacher and we run low on funding a lot in an inner city school district. So we've done them with, this is almost dry by the way as I'm rambling, but we've done them for fundraising, and then we've done them not for fundraising. We've just done them for fun. So we do make and takes. I do vendor events throughout the state. I've been up to Auburn, which is outside, like Midland area. I've been down in Waterford. I've gone all over the place with vendor events, and I've met lots and lots of great people, and that's been a blast. Neither of these things are required of you, but I love it, and it's fun. We also do regular in-home parties. So think like any other direct sales. You know how you have had a direct sales party in your house and they present all this information and they present fun things and we play fun games, and that is something else that I have been known to do. I'm trying to think of what else. We have lots and lots of ways to make a supplemental income. Couture has no say in how much you sell your finished products for or where you sell them at. So currently I have a few items in a consignment store in downtown Flint that I have made, and I've made a few dollars off of that. I'm trying to think of all of the great things that have just happened. I recently took a trip to Utah to go to leadership for Couture because I am a master mentor. So I'm pretty high up in the first, there's like 2 phases. So in the first phase, I'm at the top, and my commission is pretty good. And like I said, my team is large, and they're an amazing group of women. We're very supportive, and what we find works, we share. We do live trainings on the page. We do the team parties I was talking about. If you have questions, you always have a supportive upline, even in me, if your upline isn't answering. I'm trying to think. The kit was recently changed, and it is now $99. It was $99 before too, except it comes with so much more stuff now. It used to come with, I believe, 5 transfers, and now it comes with 8. It used to come with 3 pastes, and now it comes with 5. And all of that stayed the same price. We just added more stuff. You also get 2 chalkboards, 1 Aiden, which are amazing. I think I have one actually. While I'm waiting for this to dry, I'm going to ramble. So this is the black Aiden. You will get the white one in your kit, but this is the black Aiden. And these are the high-end Couture boards, which are beautiful. I have one in my dining room and in my bedroom. And they are 50-year guaranteed. They are porcelain. They are phenomenal. And I trade my chalking out for every season. So right now there's Valentine's Day up, and if you look back in my page, you'll find my saying for Valentine's Day. So after Valentine's Day, I will wipe it down and I will put more chalk on it, and it will probably be St. Patty's Day. And after that, I'll just keep trading it out. These are washable, and all of our Couture Chalkology paste is washable. Our ink is permanent, which is what we did tonight, but our Chalkology paste is washable. You also will get, and I don't have it available, a little round board to play with too, and all of it's washable. So with just my kit, which is different from your kit, but with just my kit, I was able to start doing vendor events and showing people how great the products were without much. I mean, the kit was enough, and it's $230 worth of product for $99 plus shipping. Your first month with Couture is free, so the $19.99 fee will not be included in that first month. I'm trying to think of all of the great things that have, because this is still not dry. It's still wet. I'll show it to you. See right here, it's still not dry. We have 36 or 35 Chalkology colors, I believe. And we are switching to, so these are 2 ounces, and the lip is a little small. So the lip on a 3-ounce one, which is what we're switching to, is going to be a little bit larger so that you can fit a full-size squeegee in. So that's happening. That was a recent change too. Like leadership was announced, and that was just announced at leadership. So I'm trying to think. If you would like to see our inventory, my site, here I'm going to pin it too. My site is Tasha's timelesstreasures.chalkcouture.com, and there it is. I'm trying to post it, sorry. And there it is. And I pinned this comment, so now it's in the pinned comments. Okay. It's still a little wet. I'm like waiting and waiting for it to dry. And it hasn't been very long, but I still am impatient about it. The chalk paste dries so quickly, you know, so that's what I'm used to. But I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about it, you know. It's a pretty great opportunity, and I've had a blast with it. There are people on my team, too, who do it just for the fun of it all. so they don't sell anything. They're just hobbyists. They make things for their own house or whatever. Okay, so when all of this is dry, and I'm not going to keep you on here to wait for it to dry anymore, but when all of this is dry, let me just flip you around again. When all of this is dry, you will take out the mat, which is under, remember. You'll take out the mat, and you'll make sure to wipe it up. And you'll make sure to wipe it up really well. And that is our project for today. And I wanted to be one of the first people ever to show you the ink because I'm one of 70 people who got ink. So I wanted to show you that. So there you go. Love is a four-legged word. Yes, everything for fabric is the same. Darquetta, everything is the same. So if you have any questions, please let me know. You can put them right on here and I will answer them as they come in. Please share this all over because I would love it if you did. And if you are interested in working the business or placing an order, even if you don't want to work the business, please let me know or visit Tasha'sTimelessTreasures.chalkcouture.com. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the shares. And I'll see you soon. I'll keep in touch.